I am back with another braces video. This time it's like a braces update basically. I guess like how my second appointment went. I don't know if y'all can hear like the chirping outside. Like I think they're called like cicadas or something. I don't know how obvious it is like if y'all are like listening to it back. I'm hoping it's not too loud because I'm not wearing the microphone because I have to go charge them. But I'm like, I still want to record while I still have like, the energy with me right now. So this is also basically like the 2 to 3 month braces update. I had my appointment just 2 weeks ago. It was my second appointment, and I chose orange elastics because I wanted something on like the warm color spectrum. Because in the past, my first color I did was blue, and second color was green. So I'm like, yeah, I want something on the warm color spectrum this time. So I was considering either red or orange, and I was actually gonna do red. But then I ended up changing it to orange like last minute while I was in the chair. I like it. Next time I'm gonna get red, and my next appointment is in about 2 more weeks. And this time she did more than just change the color of my, the elastics. We added a clear power chain to my bottom row of teeth, and she changed both wires, both top and bottom. She said that it's a thicker wire, so there's going to be more pressure. Also, along with the power chain, so more pressure as well. And she also said that food was like more likely to get stuck in, the power chain, which is true because I've noticed that. I already know like which teeth to look at like after I eat, like where the food will be stuck. And so if I can tell you, that is these two, and over here, that's like the hot spot for food to be stuck. That's what I've learned so far. So I heard the power chains tend to be put on like towards the end of like, the whole braces treatment duration thing. And I got it just like about 2 months after. So I'm like, oh, okay. I keep things like, a little bit of a surprise or a little bit of a mystery. So I didn't ask her like, am I going to be in power chains for the rest of my treatment? Like, what'll happen next time? Those kind of questions. Gotta keep it a little bit of a surprise. I admit that changing the wire and adding power chains, it hurt more than just changing the elastics. Because like the first 2 to 3 days, the first 2 days after I got, after the appointment, I had to basically go back to the soft food diet. But okay, I definitely never went back to the same pain as it did like when I first got braces. And this orthodontist who did my teeth this time, she didn't trim the wire the same way that like the one who did my teeth last time did, because I can see and feel the wires poking at like the end of like my rows of teeth. Like, I don't know if y'all can see, but I'm gonna try. Like after this bracket, like the one at the back bottom, there's like a little bit of wire poking out, and when I look in the mirror I can see it, so I have to be careful when I yawn so my inner mouth doesn't get like caught on it basically. Like it's not enough to actually make me bleed, but like I just gotta be a little careful. Yeah, it's not like obvious on camera, but it's like just at the end there's like a little bit of extra wire like left. Also, then something I still do even like 2 or 3 months after having braces, I still enjoy like running my teeth through the braces or like the brackets like this. And the problem is that now with the wire like almost poking out, like cutting me basically. It hasn't like cut me yet, but like how it's like basically poking out. I have to be careful when I run my tongue like in that area, because like it kind of snags for a bit. Like not enough to like, actually cut me, but like it snags for a bit, like it hurts a little. So I'm like, you have to be careful when I go. You feel me? And so because for my bottom teeth, I think we basically straightened out any crookedness, and we're just working on closing the gaps now. That had me briefly wonder if maybe I could get like my bottom row braces off early. And I remember that like my bite is still misaligned. Like I know that at some point I'm gonna need like the rubber bands that go from like here to like here. I know that I'm gonna need at some point, which I believe happens like later on when you're closer to ending your treatment. Not very close to ending, but closer to ending your treatment. So I'm like, yeah, I probably won't get the bottom row off early, because like probably like after we straighten the teeth, then we put on the bands to like align the bite. But I don't know. I also wondered was like very much like how the braces actually created this bottom gap, like this here. I did not like, there was a small gap there, but like it wasn't like that wide before braces. Like the braces actually caused that widened gap. So it's very much like how the braces caused that widened gap in about a month. I'm wondering if maybe it can also close that gap in about the same amount of time, a month. Also, I surprisingly haven't like lost the bracket or loosened the bracket so far, because I'm still eating the foods on the forbidden list. However, there was this one time, it was like last week, when I kind of went crazy when I was eating food. I was eating cantaloupe to be specific, and I was biting aggressively into it, and I just felt like I almost felt like a bracket pop off or something. That's why I was like, whoa, I need to calm down. But yeah, I did indeed calm down, because I'm like, whoa. Let me slow my roll right there. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still feeling the pressure now. It's been about 2 weeks after the appointment, and like I can still feel pressure like when I run my tongue against like my top row of teeth like this from the back. I can still feel some pressure. And this next appointment is about to come up like mad quickly, because it's in about 2 more weeks. Updates. Oh yeah, I reduced my eating and drinking at work. I work at Dunkin' Donuts, so, like free food, free beverages basically. However, like beverages, they take me a while to like drink, so I basically spend all day sipping on it. But I'm thinking like, oh, potential to get cavities, because I'm constantly drinking something sugary, so not good for my teeth. So I reduce my eating and drinking at work, because when I eat food, because I don't want to bring my toothbrush with me, it gets stuck between my teeth, and the best I can do is like, that's the best I can do basically. However, what I did start doing recently, like basically this past week, was I started to bring the interdental floss pick brush thing with me, and I haven't had the chance to use it, because I've been trying to like eat towards the end of my shift, so that way like I eat and like soon I go home and I can properly brush my teeth. But I started bringing it with me, so like I can feel more comfortable eating, knowing that I can like actually at least make an effort, like kind of clean between my teeth, so like there's not food stuck between my teeth, which is not only embarrassing if it's actually obvious, also like not good for my teeth in the long run. Looking at a potential future dentist here. Flossing, I use the water floss. I'm not gonna lie, I end up doing it like maybe about once a week now, because I do get lazy about it. Like I think that because I went from using normal floss, which will take like maybe 20-30 minutes to do if I wanted to floss all my teeth, to using a water floss, which makes it take like maybe a few minutes. I'll be more encouraged to floss more. But like no, I get lazy, so I floss like maybe once a week at best now. Something else I used to do in the beginning was inspect my teeth a lot. Nowadays it trends, because like shortly after this second appointment I kind of like stopped checking, but then like recently I've also been like starting to like check a lot on it again. I know that like the first month was like when I had like the most obvious like changes, like gap being created in the bottom teeth, this gap closing. That's like what I've mainly noticed. Like now I'm once again like looking for any like noticeable changes for this like second and third month, and so far I'm not really seeing much. But also because I also like to inspect it to make sure that my hygiene, my oral hygiene is good, and because I low-key mess with this orange color. Like if anything, I want to get more orange clothing, more orange and yellow clothes, because I don't really have that much clothes that are that color. I also want to say that like a week or two before like my second appointment, like the random pressure, like how I mentioned like in the last video about my braces update, I mentioned that like I'll feel like random pressure on like certain teeth like the day after I ate like food on the forbidden list. But like that low-key stopped happening like a week or two before my second appointment, which was 4 weeks after the like first braces elastic appointment, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's basically all for today. About 1 more week, that'll make it 3 months that I've had braces, and I'm supposed to have these for about 1.5 years, which is what, 18 months? So it means that 15 months left. And yeah, I basically do want to make like monthly braces update videos, like after I have an appointment, basically like shortly after the appointment, maybe a week or two after. I want to make a video giving y'all the updates and stuff, keeping y'all updated on the braces journey, the journey to straight teeth.